Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Sugar, and today we are going to be unboxing the Apple Watch. Hope you guys can see that nice. I believe you can. I'm going to keep it $150. I've seen a million of these unboxings, so I know everything that's going to be in here. So instead of putting on a front and saying, oh wow, there's this and that, and oh, I didn't expect that, we're just going to run through the box and we're going to see everything that's in there. I don't know if there's any information on the back that you guys aren't supposed to see, but it does just say, that it is the 49mm titanium. Anything else I'm missing? Oh yeah, I did get the Starlight Alpine Loop, just because that was the brightest white and that's the one that I like the most. So, the way that you unbox this is, there are these two flaps right here. You just gotta pull these up. Let's hope that nothing pours out. We're gonna go ahead and do this straight on the table. I know you guys can't see that too much. So when you do that, you can see that it does have this right here. This is just, I'm sure you guys have probably already seen this a million times, but it's just got the, pictures and stuff. And then on the very back, there is a little sleeve with, I believe, warranty information. And then we have the watch and the band. Yep. And then we also have this cool Snowy Mountain Range. Now we do have the Alpine Loop and Starlight, and we've got the watch right in front of us. There are these little pull tabs. Once again, you can see the little green arrows. There you go. Just have to pull these down. And of course, they come off one by one. There we go. Flip it around, and we just get that going up. And what you guys will see here is there's the watch, and then there are stickers, and I believe the cable. It does have the coordinates to Cupertino, which is cool. So first, we're gonna go into this. We'll save the best for almost last. And of course, in here, we have the braided cable. This time around, they did do it braided, and I believe that's just because this is supposed to be a much more rugged Apple Watch. So that's what they went with. You guys can see here, it's a very textured material. I'm hoping that you guys can see that. I've tried focusing for like 5 minutes now, and I don't think it wants to. And then we've got the Apple Watch. This thing, it's funny because I've seen some people say it's lighter than they expected. Some people say that it's heavier than they expected. I'm upgrading from a Series 3. So this is a lot heavier than I was expecting. What seems to be the case is if you're coming from a Series 7 or a Series 6, it's about the same weight or a little bit more. But if you're coming from like a Series 3, this thing is heavy. I love it. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and turn that on real quick. It is now booting up. And while that's turning on, we're gonna go ahead and check out this Starlight Alpine Loop. So this has the exact same kind of thing. So unwrap that. And I believe it's like an envelope where, yeah, it just comes out like this. There we go. And I believe that they call this little thing G-hook. I think that's what they call it. And then this just comes out like that. And we'll go ahead and take off the Series 3. I don't know what side goes which side. Does it matter? There we go. Go ahead and get this hook out. And let's just see how big this thing is, because I'm afraid it could be massive. I've been noticing with a lot of videos that I've watched, a lot of people are putting it on pretty loose on their wrists. So we're gonna go ahead and put this thing on tight enough, not too tight, but I don't want it to look like it's about to slip off my wrist. Okay, I would say that's pretty good. So you can see, it does look like there's a little bit of overhang there, but it is actually very comfortable on the wrist. This is not as big as I was afraid it was going to be. I was afraid that it was going to look like massive on my wrist. So it is now telling me iPhone, Apple Watch. I'm assuming that I need to bring them close to each other. Go ahead and hit the info, English. Oh, okay, I just need to do the setup. I didn't know that. It's been forever since I've done one of these. So it's asking my region. It's saying open the Apple Watch app on your phone and tap start pairing. Actually, I didn't even have to do. It already came up, so if I hit continue, I'm trying to tap continue, but nothing is happening. I just tapped out of it. Okay, I'm having trouble. Okay, so I need to figure out how to manually pair. Discover, no, my watch, add a watch, set up for myself. Okay, there we go. Your Apple Watch is paired. Connecting your Apple Watch, this may take a moment. Pretty nice. I know it's flipped upside down for you guys, but Just says a couple of details that are probably on the back, but it just says 49mm titanium and ceramic case, designed by Apple in California. I have to agree to the terms of service. This is taking a pretty good minute. It says it's signing into my account. This may take a few minutes. We're having fun. Okay, so I got an email saying that my Apple ID was used. Apple Watch passcode. I'm gonna go ahead and create a passcode. Ooh, this thing vibrated and it felt really good. Optimized charge limit is good. It's just asking me my information for my personalized health, whatever. New device connected. That was my Wi-Fi telling me that this is now online. It says Apple Watch can help in an emergency. It's got emergency SOS, crash detection, siren, and backtrack. Cellular setup. I'll go ahead and set up cellular right now. I guess it did it by itself. Continue. Yes, continue with that. Oh, Face ID. Security code. I'll be right back. Okay, got my CVV. It is now adding the card. It's got terms of use and agreements and stuff that we don't care too much about. Still love the way that looks. Okay, I got an email saying that my account was linked. So I do have something asking me about what I want the action button to be. I do not work out and I don't need the stopwatch very much. I'm going to set it to flashlight. Apple Watch is syncing. So now I just have to wait. So it went from like 45% to done super quick. It's saying your default card has been changed to Chase debit card. Okay. Wi-Fi calling. Yep, that's great. Wow. This is amazing. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to switch it to the watch face that they have it shown as, Wayfinder. So now we have it set to Wayfinder, which looks pretty good. This watch wrist thing is getting a little loose, so you can see there's the always on display, and then if I sweep it up you can see that it is now the right watch face. And then if I know you guys can't see this, but if I scroll the digital crown, it does go into that dark red mode, which is meant to save your eyesight or whatever, which honestly I thought the visibility of this wasn't going to be great, but I can see everything that I need to pretty much perfectly. There's nothing that is hard to see. So one thing that I'll note, and I'll go ahead and put my Series 3 on, even though I'm going to look like a douchebag, but let's go ahead. One thing I'll say about upgrading from the Apple Watch Series 3 to the Series, the Ultra, is on the Series 3, we didn't have haptics in the scroll. So the scroll, you can very clearly feel the haptic engine working. The Series 3 didn't have that. I don't remember when that was introduced. It could have been the 5 or the 4 even. But yeah, that feels really good. And then if you look here, you can see that the digital crown and the button are in this metal casing. And then on the other side, you can see that orange button right there. So what I'm gonna do, and the reason why I do have my Series 3 on my wrist, is because I don't think the Series 3 comes with voice memos. So I downloaded an app for it, and we're gonna listen to something. So listen to this. It's loading. The power of the Series 3, boys. This is a comparison of the Series 3 microphone and speaker versus the Apple Watch Ultra microphone and speaker. Okay, so I think you can see where we're going with this. This is a comparison of the microphone and speaker of the Apple Watch Ultra versus the Series 3. I had to actually stop recording at the house because it's getting a little bit noisy, but we are at my job site, which is a construction site. I'm not a construction worker, but I am a security guard. So to start the video, I've got it going on my back camera because the back camera on the iPhone 13 Pro Max Flex is probably like one of the best cameras out there, probably aside from the iPhone 14 Pros currently. To start the camera, I did do it on my watch. I hope that you guys are able to see that. Let me take a look. Yeah, you can kind of see it just a little bit. So one of my favorite uses of the Apple Watch is just to be able to see myself and make sure, and Siri thought I said her name, and I just said her name. So, you know, not everything is perfect all the time. Sometimes you do get them to pop up with something you say on accident, but yeah, so I can see myself. What I want to do is I want to test how far you guys are able to hear the siren, because we are in a pretty noisy environment. I want you to just know though, before we go out there and do this,
I am recording on I already told you what phone I'm recording on. So the audio is not going to be as good as I would like it to be. But we are going to do this test, so let's go ahead and do that. We are outside. I'm going to be testing the siren to see how far away you're able to hear it from that much distance. And we'll see if it cuts out, and if it does, when it cuts out. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and boot it up right now. So it starts off low. Okay, now. So I don't know about you guys, but I could still hear the siren from all the way down there. Unfortunately, I think that I had my microphone closer to where the traffic comes by, so you could hear a lot of wind and traffic, but I could still hear the siren going off. And it's like a very weird pattern. They were correct when they said that it was distinct, because it's not just like a constant, the same thing over and over again. If you maybe couldn't hear it very clearly, sorry, that's kind of on me. My microphone was in a bad place, and I'm not recording on the best microphone ever. So, you know, iPhone 13, what are you gonna do? Maybe if you got headphones on, blast it, but then you're gonna be getting a lot of that from the traffic and the wind, so sorry about that. So one thing I did just recently remember that we could do is watch mirroring on the iPhone. So I thought I would show you a couple of these apps that we've got here. So we do have, I don't remember what this app is called. Maybe if I look at it here, it's called Depth. We are able to, you know, obviously record dives and things like that. I've not tried that yet, but I'll try it out in a swimming pool one day. And then do we have anything else that is new or specific to this? Of course, we have all of our regular like health apps. We have the EKG reading. We do actually have our compass. I don't know if this is specifically new to the Apple Watch Ultra or maybe even the Series 8, but we do have that. And another useful thing that I saw was that we did have complications for like a parked car. That does come up in the compass, but as you can see on that top left, I have the complication as the parked car, but I believe that the parked car and the compass are the exact same thing. They are. So I basically have the same widget twice, and of course if I wanted to, I could edit that out and grab the compass and look for something else that I prefer, maybe the camera remote, you know, just whatever I were to choose, but we're not going to do that right now. So yeah, overall really nice. We do have Apple Pay features, and you're able to, you know, close out different things just like you always have been able to. One of the big things that I've noticed coming from an Apple Watch Series 3 is that this watch is so much faster than the Series 3. It's kind of crazy because, you know, I'm coming from 5 generations ago to an Ultra, so I'm probably not going to be upgrading again for a really long time. Oh, a really good thing to display right now would be the red, what do you call that? The blue light protector thing. I don't even know what you would call it. And the brightness on this thing gets wild. So I know you guys probably don't want to know this, but the reason why I decided to make the side button, or the action button, a flashlight is because, well, typically I'm here during the night. We got porta potties. That's what we use. Porta potties don't have lights. It is nighttime, as you can see, and well, we're gonna test out this flashlight. All right, so we got the watch here. I'm gonna go ahead and press the side button. I know you guys can't see it. There we go. Whew. It's bright. Let's see if I do that. Let's check it out. Oh man. Not the brightest thing in the world. Let's hope that there's no spiders, because that would make me run out of here like a little girl and cry. But it's good enough. But I am in here for a real reason. I have to piss, so I'll see you in a sec. I really quickly wanted to mention that when I unboxed the watch, I think it was somewhere around maybe like 11:30, and then I played around with the watch a whole bunch, and I put the watch on the charger at 84%. It got up to 100% at 1:30, and that's when I put it on for the first time. And it is now 5:45, and it is at 85%. So 15% in about 4 hours and 15 minutes. That's pretty good, I would say. And mind you, because I just got this thing, I've been playing with it way more than I would my Apple Watch Series 3. Because my Series 3, I was used to it, right? I was using it only to see my notifications and see things when my phone was locked in my pocket, which means I wasn't using it very frequently. So because of how much I've been using this watch today, I would say that that's pretty good. We are outside because obviously the number one thing that the Apple Watch Ultra is targeted towards is people who are, you know, on the extreme end of the spectrum, people who like to do insane stuff. So we're gonna be out here doing a couple of stunts, all right? So what you guys can't see, but I'll flip the camera around soon enough, is a pretty good ditch, and I'm gonna be jumping it. We're gonna see if the Apple Watch Ultra helps out with that. So as you guys can see, this is about a 4-foot trench. All right, Apple Watch, let's get it. Oh boy, maybe we could do it again. Whew, Jesus. All right, so I'm gonna keep it a $150 with you guys. If I didn't have my Apple Watch Ultra on right now, worst case scenario, that'd have been death, you know? So thank Jobs that I got myself an Apple Watch Ultra. We might want to try out an outdoor run just to see if I run faster, like back when I was 6 and my mom would buy me a pair of light up Nikes, and I swear to God, I ran at least 80% faster. All right, so as you guys can see, I've got it set. What we're gonna do is we're gonna tap it. All right, here we go. I can definitely tell that this is working. If I didn't have my Apple Watch Ultra on right now, I'd be pretty slow. I'm not gonna cap. I'm hauling ass right now. Sorry if you can hear the shakiness in my voice, but it's just what I do. I'm a shaky man. I'm gonna run back to the car and eat a fucking Slim Jim. Oh my God. Is anyone staring at me? All right, guys, so I just had to get in the car, eat a Slim Jim, chug a Rockstar, and now using my Apple Watch's EKG, I could tell that my heart rate has gone back to normal, so very good. I'm never gonna do that again in my life. That was absolutely terrible. Obviously, it's just a silly way to end the video, but overall, I really love this watch. I'm not gonna lie, the number one thing that I love about it is really just the look of it. Not to mention, I did have a Series 3, so the jump from the 3 to the Ultra is huge, and I'm so happy to have it because it is currently the best of the best. And in, I don't know, even 3 years, it's still going to be a really good watch. I don't know when the next time is that I'm going to be updating my watch. Typically, I don't do these kind of videos where I review tech, but this is something that I've been interested in for a pretty long time, so I wanted to make a video on it. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.